Good morning, class. Today we want to continue with the previous lesson of powers and roots. Specifically, today we want to look at square root and the cube root. What is square root or what is cube root? So this is the reverse of what we covered last time, the powers. For example, if you have 4, I'll write in this small area here. If I have 4 times 4, it is the same as 16. Okay, if I want to go back to get one of these 4s, I'll use what I call the square root. Okay, I'll use what we call the square root. Let's take an example. If you have a square with area of 9 centimeters, okay, 9 centimeters squared, to find the length of the sides, we use what we call the square root. So we know that the area of a square is given by side times side, since all the sides are equal. So it's given by side times side. Already we know that the area of a square is 9 centimeters squared is equal to the sides, which we don't know, side times side. Remember when we say that if I have 4 times 4 is equal to 16, it is also the same as 4 power 2. So here, because I don't have numbers, I have variables. I have s times s, which is s squared, being equal to the 9. So for me to be able to get this s alone, I use what we call the square root. How do I do it? So here I'll do this. I'll put square root and square root. Okay? From your calculator, the sign showing square root is here. This sign here. So you just put that sign, then put 9, it will give you the answer. So the square root of s squared is s, while the square root of 9 is 3. So s is equal to 3 centimeters. That is the square root. Okay? Similarly, if you know the volume of a cube is a side that has all its is a shape that has all its sides that are equal. So if you know the volume of a cube as 125 centimeters cubed, to find the length of one of the side, we need to use what we call the cube root. Okay, so if the volume of a cube is 125 centimeters, we know that the volume of a tube is given by side times side times side. That is volume. So if I represent the side by s times s times s, I'll get s cubed. So for me to find the cube root of this one, I'll do this. I'll put cube root. If you see a 3, it's asking you to put the cube root. If it is a 2, it is a square root. So I'll put this cube root. So think of the numbers, or a number that you will multiply itself 3 times and it will give you 25. Okay, I'll just show it on your calculator. Already I know, but I want to show you how you find the cube root. So the cube root is here. It's here. But to be able to use this, you need to first of all press the shift, then press, it will give you the cube root, then you can put 125, 1, 2, 5. So 5 is the number that you will multiply 3 times to get 125. So it was this side, s cubed is the same as, to find the cube root of s cubed is the same as s. Okay? Okay, example 2. The table below shows squares and cubes. Copy and complete the table. Okay? So here they are giving you the length 6, 7, 8. Then here they are telling you the area of the square with the length of this. So we know that the length area is given by length times length, or side times side. So if I multiply 6 2 times, what will I get? I'll get 36. If I multiply 7 2 times, I'll get 49. If I multiply 8 2 times, I'll get 64. Then cube root. The volume of the tube here, it's the volume of the tube. They're asking you to multiply this same number 3 times. So if I multiply 6 3 times, I'll get 2, 1, 6. Then if I multiply 7 3 times, I'll multiply 7 3 times, I'll get 3, 4, 3. If I multiply 8, I'm looking for the volume of the tube, I'm multiplying 3 times. If I multiply 8 3 times, 8 3 times, I'll get 5, 12. Okay? So they are telling you, use the table to work out the square root of 64. Which two numbers do you multiply 2 times itself to get 64? Where do we have a 64? We have it here in the column of 8. See, we have it in the column of 8. So the square root of 64, will be 8. If you want to prove, go to your calculator, put in the square root sign, put in square the 64, it will give you the 8. Okay? Which number do you multiply 3 times by itself to get 512? It is the same as 8 still. If you want to prove, go to your calculator, shift square root, cube root, 512. What do you get? You get 8. Okay? So this is how you do the calculations for square root. Similarly, in the last example, if they ask you, find two values of x that make the equation true, they're simply asking you, if you see that it is squared, they're simply asking you to find the square root. So if it is x squared, it is equal to 121. Find the square root, okay? X will be equal to, what is the square root of 121? The square root of 121 is 11. But you should know that even if it is a positive or a negative, it will give you the same answer. If it is negative 11 times negative 11, remember, negative and a negative, same number, it will give you 121. There is no, this negative and negative will cancel. If it is a positive, still it will be the same, 121. So the two numbers that will satisfy this equation are either x is equal to 11 or x is equal to negative 11. So you should know that for square root, you have two answers. You have a positive answer and a negative answer, only for the square root. Okay? Thank you very much.